chat box below. I would love for this to be as interactive as possible. So give feedback, ask questions, you know, give an amen to something if it really resonates or hits home to you, maybe a goal that you want to set or something that you can integrate into your life and getting organized for success. So I see lots of other people joining. Melinda, Diana, Bridget, awesome. Welcome, you guys. Sorry about the delay of getting started. Technical difficulties on the end of the autoresponder. So I'm definitely not a tech girl by any means. So I apologize for that. Everyone who's just joining us, recognize that there's a chat box in the bottom of your screen, and feel free to ask questions, give feedback. I want it to be interactive. I want to get to know you guys as well on my end. So hello and welcome to everybody. We're going to get started in probably 30 more seconds. See a lot of people are still joining. So if you know somebody who is also joining the webinar and maybe they haven't checked their email to get the new link that is working, I would love it if you guys would text them, shoot them a message. I know a bunch of people on Facebook were tagging friends, family, people that they knew who were also going to join in. So help me out if you guys could send that. Or if you're on Facebook and you see a lot of people asking questions and comments on my posts, and you can jump over there and do that as well, that would be fantastic. I definitely want to help as many people as possible with the information today as I can. So let's go ahead and get started. I know for some of you guys, maybe this is your first time that we have met, at least face-to-face. My name's Natalie Sorensen. Most importantly, I'm a wife, mom of 2 girls, Tinley and Surrey, 5 and 3 years old. I definitely am a busy, multitasking mom. We've kind of edited that word out of our vocabulary as of lately because we know that it's not effective to try to juggle multiple things at once. So I just try to focus on one thing that's in front of me at the time. I have been an entrepreneur for 12 years, started my first business when I was 18. And I'm happy to say that I have been my own boss since I was 18, and I don't plan on changing that anytime soon. I'm absolutely passionate about taking an idea and turning it into a way where you can provide financially for your family, also have the freedom to make choices and spend time doing the things with the ones that matter the most to you. So that's definitely where my passion is, and I've decided to launch this new part of my business to help other women and empower other women to do the same thing. A lot of people ask me, how do you do it, Natalie? How do you, juggle everything? And a lot of times, this is how I feel. So here's a great example of a daily life of a mompreneur. This is reality, that some days, if you were to take a snapshot of my kitchen, it would look similar to this. Luckily, I only have 2 little ones running around, so I can't imagine having 5, but I know friends of mine do, and they're fantastic. So I wanted to put together this webinar this weekend, really and truly, because I talk to people within my private coaching business that I've started, as well as some people, registered for our group program that's launching. And one of the things that come up the most is just the overwhelm and the guilt and the responsibilities that you feel at home while trying to juggle business and family and activities and running around like a mad woman. And I think every single woman listening, maybe it's not as bad as this, but you probably have some area in your home that maybe isn't as bad, like I said, but you have that closet or whatever. It might not be your kitchen that you're just absolutely embarrassed of. You would hate it if anybody came over and saw it. It just keeps piling on you and getting worse and worse. And I created a challenge to eliminate that out of your life so you can set 2016 up in a huge way. I did a goal setting, dream setting webinar to the end of the year, and so many fantastic women joined that, and I got so many floods of messages of goals that people were setting. And I know that the gap between some of that happening is your day-to-day life and the way that you do some things. So I have a lot of fantastic tips and information to share. But first, I want you to know that science proves there's actually a link between depression and the amount of stuff in your home. I know that's kind of interesting to hear, but there's a link between high cortisol, which is a stress hormone, and the level of female homeowners and high density of household objects. So, not everyone would describe me as a minimalist, but you'd actually be surprised. A lot of people who come to my home for the first time don't think that it looks anything like what they would expect. The more stuff you have, the more stress you have. And when you're stressed out, it causes overwhelm and guilt and other things that take you out of doing the things that really are going to help you become more successful, take care of your health, really be the best mom, wife, friend, and person that you can be. So what does a happy minimalist life look like? Okay, women associate a tidy home with happy and a successful family. So when you reduce clutter, it's not always easy to let go. This is one of the hardest things for women to do because your happiness, your productivity, and your effectiveness depends on you doing this. But we try to base it on the monetary value of the actual item. So when you're looking at your closet and you're trying to decide what to get rid of, you're like, no, that jacket was so expensive, I can't get rid of it. But I want to introduce you to something called the KonMari method. And I expect really for all of you guys to look into this more after this webinar. But ask yourself, does this item bring you joy? And if the answer is no, then you do not need it any longer. And that's really how you're going to simplify and cut back, clear out, purge things that aren't serving you and moving forward this year. So I suggest reading the book by Marie Kondo, who's created the KonMari method, and it's called The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. This is going to start teaching you the skills to implement these things into your home. Love it. I hate clutter. Yes, absolutely. And a lot of times, your partner or whoever you are, sharing life with, awesome. Someone said that they just got that book before Christmas. That's amazing. So perfect timing to be listening to this webinar. But I have found that people think about what they need to do in this area far more than acting on it. So I want you just to be focused on action. If something resonates with you or something that I hit on is something that you really want to implement into your life, do it immediately. Don't procrastinate any longer. Just take action. So I'm going to share a couple rapid fire tips that I do that have helped me in trying to implement this minimalist life. So get yourself organized at the start and end of every single day. Write down 3 most important tasks that you're going to accomplish that day. Usually one of them has to do with my house. The other 2 have to do with life, business, other things. Having the list of 3 things makes it really easy for me to just knock those things out. Then I feel so accomplished that I can go on, to do other things. I'm not saying all you ever do is 3 things in a day, but having the most important list is very important. So also, when you walk through one room, find one thing to put away. So, I know that a lot of us as moms kind of feel like we have ADD, we can't finish one project, but I have found that it's an effective way for me to move from one room to the other by picking up one thing and getting it done. When you take one piece of clothing off, put it away. The snowball effect takes place when it's just messed up once. When you just don't follow through once, it gets worse and worse and worse. And, it seems so hard to get it back. So try to implement that. And then this is a fantastic thing. We're launching a group program with the money mindset, and this is actually one of the key things that I've implemented into my life for a long time. Actually, when I was growing up, my mom, when we would start school, she would make us make a list of things that we wanted for school clothes, and we didn't just run out immediately and get it. It's like we really had to think about that list. And so same thing, non-essential items that you want to buy, put on a 30-day list. You can do this in your Amazon wish list. You can keep it in a journal. But let something stay on the list for 30 days and you still desire or want it before you go and purchase it. This is going to cut back on just impulse buying, grabbing it because you think you like it. and not really loving all the items, that you end up possessing. So once it's on the list for 30 days, you can go out and get it. And this really is going to make you more aware of what you're spending, what you're doing, having more value with your money, and all that. Declutter on Saturdays or Sundays or whatever day you choose. Keep it a habit to implement it every single week, week after week. That time where you spend maybe a couple hours. Some days, it might be worse. It might take you longer, but just make it a habit to make it weekly. And then the 90-day purge. So in our business cycle, I always set goals based on 90 days, and then I break it down into 30 days. And I suggest you do the same thing with your purge. It's going to feel so good to filter through your closet season by season on a 90-day cycle. I'm going to get into the closet a little bit more in a second. But just know every 3 months is a purge. You're going to spend, a day or all weekend just really getting rid of the things that aren't bringing you joy. So those are a couple of the key tips. Now we're going to break it down thing by thing. So first off, let's start with home, okay? Think about the way that your environment affects you and inspires you. So think about your area. How simple is it to just buy a can of paint and repaint, one little accent wall that just really is going to bring you tons of joy when you see it. New, change, freshness is so good to bring into your life. Get a new set of sheets. Sometimes those are the things that we don't tend to do for ourselves. We don't think about it. We kind of put it on the back burner. But these things just make you feel good. You're going to get better rest. You're going to be looking forward to, jumping into bed into those fresh, new, clean, crisp sheets. Cleaning out your fridge. I see that people's eating habits change dramatically when you clean out your fridge and you have it, well organized and you have it filled with beautiful, fresh, new food. And doing this on a regular basis keeps you from eating out as much because of just the feelings associated with going to the fridge. It makes the healthy food more appealing to you. It helps you find your things. So one of the challenges I saw on Facebook just yesterday from our webinar, somebody had cleaned out their fridge, had their before and after picture, and it was just beautiful. I know that's going to set up her week and her next month differently. Also, same thing with the pantry. Organize, declutter the pantry. Get rid of herbs and spices and things that you haven't used. Sometimes you look at the dates on those things and you're like, that's insane. Why do I still have that? So make that a part of one of your Saturdays is where you go through that. Get rid of books or other items that collect dust that are not meaningful for you. KonMari talks a lot about ways that you can organize pictures, memorabilia, things like that. Those are important to you, but you don't need them in necessary places that you're going to look at them every single day. So all of those places, you will have a place in your home for those specific things, but you just don't need them all out and about. Another great thing to do is rearrange your furniture. It's not always about getting something new. It's just about creating a new feel of your space. So thank goodness for Pinterest. It makes it really easy. You can take all your pictures off one wall, go to Pinterest, be inspired by a new way to make a gallery, or you can go to Hobby Lobby and just pick up 2 things. Use the 40% off coupon. Spend very little money, but rearrange your pictures in a whole new way. You're gonna love that. It gives you a new, fresh feel. It makes you want to love and take care of your home and keep things more organized by just having, that new inspiration to you. So that's one of my most favorite things to do is kind of revamp, reglam a room with a really, simple like Target item or something like that that you kind of just redo. Okay, so let's talk about your room and closet, okay? Closets are typically a place where we hide because they have a door. And so we might keep all of our living spaces that other people might see open, and we might do a better job with those, but we have a tendency to hoard in our closet. We don't take the time to organize our closet, and getting ready every day becomes this stress full thing that you can't find this and you don't know where this is. So, one of the great tools that we have right now, people say, I'm going to have a garage sale, and maybe you do once a year, maybe sometimes you even put it off. But now, luckily to Facebook, it makes it very, very simple when you do that 90-day purge to just start posting these things in these buy, sell, trade, your local city's garage sale Facebook group. What one thing might not be useful to you might be, somebody else's, greatest thing that they're looking for. So get rid of that stuff. Don't bag it up and then let it sit in your garage or let it sit in another closet any longer. Jump online and get those things recycled and resold and just work that into a habit that you're always incorporating. So here's the thing you probably haven't heard before. You see people all the time at the gym, just in whatever, you're like, it's at the gym, I don't need anything, fantastic. But I would encourage you to go through, sort through everything that you might consider working out in and get rid of it if it doesn't make you feel fabulous. I would rather see you get rid of every old worn out t-shirt and get rid of it and, go to Old Navy or Target or, there's so many places now where you can get fantastic, cute workout apparel, and it just be a matching outfit, the headband, the jacket, the tank to go underneath it. When you have these, maybe you only have 3-4 of these outfits, you're going to feel fabulous when you want to go to the gym, and, that's going to totally change your health and your wellness habits. We're going to get into that a little bit sooner, or a little bit later as well. Also to buy a bra. So I think women have a tendency to put off the things that people don't see, when these are one of the most important things for you to fit, look your best, and feel your best, okay? We put it off, you look, and you go, oh, wow, that bra's probably 3-4 years old. It's lost all elasticity. It's not even the same, size anymore, or maybe you've changed sizes. So I encourage you, go to Dillard's or go somewhere where they can measure you, you can find your right size, and then be on the search for that new thing that's going to fit you wonderfully. Bras change, styles change, new things come out, and you need to find something that you look and feel great in. Also, too, great pairs of running shoes. This isn't about going and buying tons and tons of different pairs of shoes, but every 4 to 6 months, you need to replace your shoes if you're actually exercising in them and you're walking and things like that. People have a tendency to hold on to sneakers because, you spent $100 or $150 on them for so long when they're not useful to you anymore because their support's gone, their arch is gone. Maybe you could mow the lawn in them, but that's about it. So just have 1 or 2 pairs that are in great shape. I have a tendency to pick really colorful ones because it'll go with so many more outfits. And then I usually have a pair that's just like solid black or solid gray that would go with anything as well. So that's always kind of my go-to, is one really fun pair that would go with a lot, and then a classic that would go with everything too. So on to the continued list of closet, because this is something that I think all women need help with, okay? Get rid of shoes that you have not worn within 1 year. Please trust me, shoe styles don't really come back in, and fashion's changing so fast. Don't hold on to something that you think, oh, well, I didn't really wear those this summer, but probably next summer I will. You probably won't, and it's just taking up space. So get rid of the ones that you haven't worn. When you have that space in your closet, you're going to be inspired by a new fashion trend that's coming out that next season. You're going to have the room for it. You're not going to feel guilty to buy it. So pick your number. Some people's number is like 30 shoes total. Some people it's 50. I know different women have a love for different things, but stick to that. So then when you get one, you purge one. And so sell jewelry that's not your go-to love pieces. Styles, like I said, don't really come back around that fast. I mean, maybe like a whole 2 generations or something. Keep 1 or 2 pieces of jewelry, like if you want to give it to your daughters or your granddaughters or whatever, but not this whole jewelry box. And having those go-to statement pieces that are so in and in style, really help in making classic looks that you'll look and feel your best in too. So this one was funny when we talked about it yesterday on the webinar. Everyone has a place in their house where they keep these socks that has the mystery pair that's not there any longer, and there is no need for that. They're not all of a sudden going to reappear. They're lost forever. So don't let that basket sit there, collect dust, and be there forever. Just throw those away and simplify that area out. So sort drawers, know where everything has a place. I think this is also great for children. Knowing where things actually go and knowing that you keep them there, and then knowing that they know where to go and find it is really great. It's teaching them, to do that is wonderful for me. I do a lot of rolling. If you, even you can YouTube the KonMari method. There's a way to specifically roll every different item of clothing to where when you would lift it out, it would absolutely have no wrinkles, and it would be great. This is wonderful for packing, people who travel a lot. If you keep your cabinets or dressers or drawers organized in this way, you pick up the thing, you put it in the suitcase. It's very easy, to go back and forth with those things. Also, too, something that I'm going to be working on with my kids, teaching them how to fold that way and be able to put their things up. It makes it much easier for children to see, like, their clothes and what they have, instead of digging, looking for something, and then it's just a big pile of stuff that now they can't find anything in, and now everything's wrinkly, and like I said, stress and overwhelm and all those emotions associated with that. So now I kind of want to talk about how I actually organize my own closet, because it's different than how most people do. Most people organize their closet by like shirts, pants, all the different clothing items. And then some even do it color coded and everything. That's so not me. I'm not like an anal organized. Actually, it's a work in progress. But one thing I do in my closet is every 90 days when I do that purge or that resorting, I find my go-to outfits. So maybe I did get a new top, but maybe I want to pair it with these pants. I actually keep these outfits in my closet in like a go-to area. So as soon as I wear those, wash those, I put them all back together. So if it's a tank and a blazer, a pair of pants, sometimes even like a statement necklace, I'll even hang that on the hanger. So I have these outfits that I know are ready. I know they fit me well. Your sizes can't change that much within 90 days, unless you're in like a weight loss journey or something like that. But usually your go-to pieces are going to fit you within that season. You're going to feel your best in them. And it makes it super simple to get ready, to show up and look fabulous all throughout the season when you have things going on. You're not wondering, what am I going to wear to this? Where is that? I got to go find that. So in your closet, you really have it set up for that season with your go-to pieces. Sometimes I have like alternate bottoms, like a casual bottom with the same top. So I'll have the two pants with the top. I think that this is a great way to be inspired. Go to Instagram, find some things that are in style, follow some fashion bloggers, see what's in for the season. Make sure it fits your body type, that you would look and feel great in it, and then compile that in your closet, kind of in your go-to area. So also make sure that you have yourself a fabulous black dress. Make sure that you have a fabulous, black tunic top that you can, pop some jewelry on with and, it look great. I have a tendency to spend way less money on pieces that are, patterned or colors that like don't really look my best, whereas I'll never feel bad to invest money into a classic, fabulous black dress that, never really is not on trend. Anytime you put it on, you feel great in it. So I definitely suggest doing that and finding that one that really fits you, fits your body. There's been a black top that I bought two of the exact same one because I finally found that go-to piece that was perfect for me. And, it's really, really seasonless. You can wear it, over and over and over again with a lot of different things in an outfit, and, you'll never look like you're wearing the same thing. So Feedback in the chat if you guys got any tips or ideas of something you want to do within your closet. All right, on to your look, yourself, okay? I want to challenge you to throw away all makeup that's more than a year or even 2 years old. Some people have makeup even way older than that, as if, you know, purple sparkle eyeshadow is going to come back into style. You know, it might, but, you know, they'll sell it all around in stores if that's, you know, on trend again. So get a new makeup bag, clean things up. I can't tell you how good it feels, and I know that you guys have probably experienced it, when you get all your makeup cleaned off, you get it, you know, really manicured looking, and you have like a new bag and it's super organized. You just feel better. It starts your morning off just with a really great feeling, instead of just like, oh, I never have enough time and you can't find what you're looking for and you're sorting through all these things that you don't even really use on a regular basis. Just simplify and cut it down to like your basic look for that season. So maybe you need to go to MAC or your favorite makeup counter and really figure out what are the newest looks, what would look good on you right now, and really just be inspired by a fresh look. Maybe, you know, new products have come out. You just need to go kind of get up to date on how you look. I know sometimes for me, I'll find a picture or something that I like in a magazine and I'll just take it in with me and I'll say, you know, what products would you use, or what brushes, or how would you create this look? And they show me real quick, and sometimes I get done and I go, oh, I don't even really like that on me, so good to know. Other times, you know, I get done and I'm like, wow, this is fabulous. This is what I want to do right now. I love it. I love it. Putting in my crest strips right now. Okay, so these are things that don't cost you a lot of money. You know, a lot of times at the counters it's free to, you know, kind of get a makeover or, you know, a new look. And they are teaching you the skill of how to do it, kind of like hands-on in the class. So I encourage you to do that. Find a new perfume that you love, that like when you put it on, you feel powerful and beautiful, and you walk out the door and hold your head high. I think a lot of women have a tendency to try something new, they wear it for a while, they don't really like it, and then they keep it forever. If you didn't love it and you didn't want to keep using it, then get rid of it. I've seen people sell perfume bottles that were half empty for like $15, $20 on buy, sell, and trade on Facebook. Like, it might be somebody's very favorite fragrance, so you just saved them on money, but you get rid of it. You have your one, maybe two, you know, maybe your summer, maybe your winter, maybe your daytime, nighttime, whatever fits you, but just your go-tos that you're absolutely, you know, head over heels in love with it. You just love the feeling of that smell. So same, like we said, whiten your teeth. You know, your smile and your confidence about your smile really has an impact on your life. You know, one of the best compliments that you can give any person is their smile. Somebody just asked me in the chat what everyone's favorite perfume is. I think that's a great question. My favorite perfume is Chanel. I think it's called Chance, and the background kind of looks like a light green color. It's just, to me, like my favorite smell I've ever had, and my mom wears it too, so I like that. Okay, on to your hair and your own look. Get your hair colored by a professional. Try new looks. Change is so good. I'm always changing up my look because it just inspires me to move forward in business and in life, and always like be on the edge. I don't want to look the same forever. That doesn't inspire me or others. So take a little risk, do something different. You know, get your hair cut regularly so it's always fresh. Don't put it off to where, you know, you're like talking to yourself negatively, like self-talk, like, oh my goodness, my hair is so fried, it is so bad, it is so ugly. Like, do something about it. You know, don't just talk about it and beat yourself up. Like, you have the power to, you know, book that appointment and go and do it. Products make a huge difference. You know, I can probably do a whole entire webinar on, product recommendations for, all kinds of different things, but Walgreens doesn't make the best products for your hair. And yes, products do make a difference. So spend a little money, invest into a great product. You have to use way less of it, and you get far better results, and it's better for your overall hair, your look, all of that kind of stuff. So, thank you. Every one of you guys are so nice, and I love all of your fabulous perfume recommendations. I can't wait to go smell some of those. Waxing. Find your perfect wax, girl. Sometimes it's easy, to put these things off, but find the person. Your eyebrows set the shape for your whole face. And so find what looks good on you and stick to it and make it a regimen of, staying on top of your personal maintenance. It's so easy, I think, especially as a mom, to kind of put yourself off and, take care of your kids and put these self-maintenance things off. But it's absolutely game-changing. The way that you look and the way you present yourself, affects your business, your success, and ultimately affects you having your dreams come true that usually come back to your family. So, being a person who takes care of themselves first, they're able to actually help everyone else more. So don't feel guilty about that. Don't think that it's bad. Some of the things that have moved me forward to be super successful in businesses that I have done and been in is knowing that I had to make X amount of money to, go have this or do this or take care of myself in that way. And it was a non-negotiable for me. It's like, I want to go do that, and I'm going to figure out a way, and it makes me make choices to move forward in that. So, your nails, having your nails done, it feels good to take care of yourself in that way. I think a lot of times when people put it off or they, put it down, they look at themselves and they start saying negative things out loud to others and things like that. So, make this standing appointment. Have it every 2 weeks if that's when you need your nails done. And, you never have that feeling of talking to yourself in that way. So, love all of these recommendations of all different things. The same thing happened to me yesterday. Somebody was saying, I'm so glad my husband's listening to all this. He's starting to clean out his workout clothes drawer. And he's had these things since high school. And I thought, oh my goodness. Luckily, my husband's not here because he's taken my kids out. Because if he was here, I would definitely be having him work on that. Okay, on to the next. This is personal health, your wellness, and really kind of your daily routine to take care of yourself, which goes hand in hand with your beauty regimen and all of that. So scripture reading, personal development every day. If you guys have not read the book, The Big Leap, that's the first book I recommend to you as far as personal development goes. A lot of times what's holding you back is your upper limit problem, and you'll know what I'm talking about as soon as you read that book. And some of the biggest aha moments for me, myself, and my personal growth in 2015 has come from that book. Absolutely incredible. Probably my favorite book I've ever read in my life. Set a routine for your workout. Commit to it. Join it. Change the phrase, I'm starting Monday. Delete it out of your, thing. Monday's not the day to work out. Every day is the day to get your heart rate up, stretch, do things that you love. Find a workout partner if you need it. If you find yourself not doing it on your own, this is absolutely essential for females' mental health is to exercise. It's completely changed my life. And people who are more likely to be depressed, when I was getting the statistics, the clutter, your rate of feeling bad about yourself when, you're committed to a workout routine and you're following through with it drops substantially. My philosophy on health and wellness is my kids are going to do what I do, not what I tell them to do. So if I tell my kids, quit eating so much candy or don't eat that, that's not good for you, but I'm sitting there doing it, they're going to do exactly what I do in anything. So this is kind of what holds me to this. buy fresh, healthy food every week. If it stays much longer than that, it's probably not that good for you. I've made it a huge commitment in 2016 to not stock our freezer full of food that's going to be good a year from now, because that's not really what I want to be putting into my body or my children's bodies. And so I want that stuff in the fridge, and if it goes bad within a few days, those are the types of foods that I want to be eating. So also take the time this week, make it a commitment to me and yourself to go to the dentist, schedule a doctor appointment, a gyno appointment. Don't put these things off because you're just like, I'm too busy, and you think about it instead of just doing it. You know, people will say, oh gosh, it's been so long since I've done that. Oh, I feel so bad. How about you take those 3 seconds when you were saying that and make the call, book the appointment, because I found it actually causes extra fears and anxiety towards, like, you know, your overall health and, you know, being your best. So get that done. Stay on top of that. Be the woman that, you know, takes care of her body, gets things checked on regularly, you know, so she can be in optimal health. So I would encourage you to hire an achievement coach, a personal trainer, whatever you need to stay on top of these changes that you want to implement. For me personally, I had the dream of having a personal trainer for a large part of my life. And finally, when I committed to it and I made that investment, it was super expensive and I didn't know how I was going to be able to really truly pay for it. But the effect that it had on my life, as far as, you know, the way that I felt about myself, I got in the best shape that I'd ever been in my whole entire life. I made way more money because of it, that essentially that trainer was free to me. Same thing with, you know, hiring my success and business coach. Having that time every week where I'm held accountable to things that I've committed to, things that I said I wanted to do, and then know that I have to, you know, get on that scale, or I have to check in with that person, has made me make different choices and helped me prioritize things in my life that have far exceeded the cost or the sacrifice to have them. So, you know, get on track with that. Reach out, get yourself set up for success this year in that way. So try yoga, meditation if you never have. For years, I've kind of put that in my mind. It's kind of like, it's kind of, you know, silly, or like, oh my gosh, how foolish would I feel if my husband walked in the room and I was like sitting here like in Zen with my eyes closed. Like, I just kind of thought it was cheesy. And I've read so many books that talk about meditation and things like that. I finally just decided, okay, I'm going to go for it. I have an app on my phone where it has guided led meditations, and it's really been an incredible effect on my life. How I could never turn my brain off before. It would just go nonstop, thinking about what I needed to get done, or what I didn't get done, or just everything that I had going on in my life. And when you practice meditation or yoga, I believe it's the one time where for a period of time, your brain is focused on other things that aren't the rat race. And the peace that brings into you and the overall power has been really, really incredible. Somebody just asked what the name of the app is, and I'm pretty sure it's just called meditation. No, it's called Breathe. Sorry. Yes, commit to yoga. You know, I actually started back, I guess it's been about 4 weeks ago, and my strength just in the last 4 weeks has been incredible. And the effectiveness of my work and my business and the things I've accomplished in this amount of time by having that time mentally and that meditation has been a significant change. So I really encourage you guys to do that. And it's so good for your body to stretch and release all the tension that we hold in our bodies as women through our hips and in our neck and things like that. And I had started having a lot of tight knots like in my shoulders, and I was feeling like I always needed a neck massage, and there was so much tension built up there, and now it's really completely gone. So let's talk about your business things. I'm about to give you the $1 million tip right here. If you guys haven't got anything out of this webinar so far, Get out your pen and paper and write this down. It's called unroll.me. This is the most amazing thing ever. What I'm about to tell you will change your life. Who just dreads waking up in the morning, looking at their inbox and seeing another like 30 emails that have been sent to you? From every store you've ever bought, online things, it's just a flood. Everybody has your email address. Everybody wants your email address, and they're going to send you things incessantly. And a busy person does not have the time to follow each email, unlink this. I mean, if you have kids, I think that that's just like an impossible feat, is to stay on top of that. So you're going to go to Unroll Me. You're going to link that email address. When you get it synced, it's going to come up with all the things that you've subscribed to. You're just going to click It's going to take less than like 2 minutes for you to say no to everything that you don't want to see anymore. And then you're going to say continue. It's going to take about another like minute, and it's going to unenroll you into everything that you've ever subscribed to that you don't want to see anymore in your inbox, all within about less than 5 minutes. And it really, truly works. You will not get another email from any of those things. And so it is just the most fantastic, brilliant thing ever. So also clean out your voicemail inbox. Get that all cleaned up. Just take the time to do it. It really changes your like mood throughout the day and releases stress and anxiety that you don't need. Organize your receipts for your accounting purposes. These are things that I found through my Facebook poll that people put off because they hate doing it. For me personally, I just have this folder of dividers, and I have different, labels at the top of them for different categories. And so, at least once a week, I just go to my purse, take out all the receipts, wham, bam, 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 bam. Like, takes no time at all. That helps make it so much easier to where the burden of the end of the year and, taxes and things like that don't just like completely stress you out. Declutter desktops and files that you don't need anymore on a regular basis. It's a wonderful feeling to go to your desktop and see the picture that you have behind on your screen. So I encourage you to do that more regularly. Reorganize your prospect list or your customer client list. Be so intentional with what you're doing in your business instead of having it all over the place, which causes you, the time it takes to go and search and find and do just takes away from your productivity. And then create a plan to pay off any debts or credit cards you owe on. My one-on-one clients that I've been working with, I have created a plan with them that they can knock off these things that are causing stress and overwhelm and things like that, down to an action plan for each week. I've seen a lot of people be able to pay off these things that, have been over their head for months and years even in a short amount of time by being intentional. There's a lot of different ways that you can do that, a lot of programs that you can use, a lot of online tools. I just encourage you that you really take and hold on to one and follow through with it. Be the woman that does what she says she's going to do in 2016. Also create a master password list. My assistant's, I think, on this webinar, so she's probably laughing at the incessant amounts of times that I've asked her what passwords are for certain things, because I, have been unorganized in that, but it does not take that much time to create. There's an app called Evernote. I encourage you to use it for lots of different things, journaling, list making, task building, the top 3 things you want to get done every day. However you want to use that app effectively, I encourage you to, but put a master password list in there. Take the information out of your brain instead of thinking about it and put it onto something that is a resourceful tool that you can have with you at all times, to free up your mind for creativity and to have ideas and to be inspired. Upgrade software, invest into new equipment. This causes people a lot of frustration. So you're trying to grow an effective business, you're trying to do great things, but yet, you're staring at your screen wanting to curse it or punch it or anything like that because you are working with something that, isn't effective anymore. So the reason why I say invest is the reason why we put those things off is because we're like, well, this does work, but it's not really working if it's not serving you in a great way. And so to upgrade, invest that money, you're going to make more money back in return by alleviating that just frustration that you have towards it, by getting something that is going to run more effective or smooth, or get, a bigger bandwidth, or get faster internet, or get, more storage on your iCloud, whatever it is that you need to do to really, have your life run in an effective way. So last thing on your business, I encourage you to commit to a personal calendar system and learn a system of management that accountability is key. And this goes hand in hand with, any success coach, any business professional. If you think of any successful company out there, they don't run it all on their own. Every, Fortune whatever company has a board of directors. And the reason why they have a board of directors is the company sets out goals for the year, and the board of directors makes sure that their decisions and an activity are in line with that. So no successful person instinctively just chose to do it on their own. Every athlete has a coach. Every successful person that you can think of that's done incredible things has somebody that they go to, to confide in, to talk to work through things together. And that is going to be how you become more effective and more successful this year, is by implementing something of that. So this even goes right in hand with the next thing that we're going to talk about, and it's getting help. This is very, very hard for us as women. We want to wear every hat in the whole world, and we start self-sabotaging ourselves and feeling guilty when we feel like we're not a superwoman, or we don't have superpowers. You cannot be good at everything and do everything, okay? So I'm giving you permission right now to let yourself off the hook, okay? If you can find someone that can do this more effectively and is more worth their time than you doing it, yes, the Big Leap has a fishbowl on the front. The best thing that you could do for yourself is to take that off your plate. So it might be getting a sitter a few hours a week so you can go on a date night, because that's really, an important part of the health of your relationship. Maybe it's finding someone that you can hire to help you just knock out a room. I used to do this all the time. I had this go-to lady whenever we were in Oklahoma, and when I would feel the stress or overwhelm of something that was going on in the house, I would call her up. I would set the appointment time that she was going to come. I would know that I was going to be paying her for that service, and I was on my game. I was ready for her to come. I was ready to help her. I was ready to get it knocked out, and I became incredibly effective at doing that, just because I was intentional about it. And I knew that if she was coming, I couldn't put it off till the next weekend, because she was going to come and get it done. And it honestly does not cost that much. If you think about it, somebody will come and work for $10 an hour, $15 an hour, and if you can knock the project out in 4 hours, it's worth the money that you pay for the help to get the project done. So maybe it's cleaning once a month or once a week, whatever you need. Is completely changed, your productivity. I've seen it happen for so many people. My number one goal, when I first started, a business that I started several years ago, it was hire a housekeeper so then I could do more of what I love and be in my zone of genius and, doing things that I love to create instead of things that just don't bring me joy. Oh, I love this. Okay, flylady.net, a great, way to help you keep your house on track. Fantastic. Can't wait to look at that. Get yard help. I mean, anything that you hate to do, look into it. You know that a laundry service actually only costs you about $40 to $70 a week, and probably one of the number one stresses for people's household is the laundry. Some cities have a service where they will come and pick it up at your doorstep, have it delivered to you, hung it on hangers and organized and folded. Maybe that's something that you need to work towards. Set this month's goal to, earn X amount more, or, sell some things to be able to afford that, because that's something that you want to incorporate into your life and just alleviate that from your plate. food delivery services, meal prep services. I just found a lady here in the DFW area. She preps your food, delivers it to you on Sunday, and I cannot even tell you that you probably can't go and buy the food and even start to make it yourself for what it actually costs, because she's gotten so effective at the time it takes her to do it. And maybe that's something that you need in your life in 2016. Through Facebook, you can find so many of those things and find something that might be available in your area that could help you with that. Also, too, hire an assistant. You know, look into what it would cost to have somebody. Oh, look, I spelled several horse. Hello. One thing I am, not best at is grammatical typing corrections. Okay, so the assistant, maybe you even just have once a month to kick your month off. You have her for the day. You get your office organized in a way that you want. You set goals and have it all mapped out. And having that assistant that day, keeps you on point and holds you to that. I think would be fantastic. Or maybe it's, once a week or whatever, because I think that most people spend more time thinking about what they dread doing and not getting it done than getting it knocked out. And that's why I think getting help is like one of the most incredible things that you could do to help your effectiveness and cut down on your stress level and cut down on your overwhelm feeling and all that kind of stuff. So hope you guys got a lot out of it. I want to tell you guys about the challenge. The challenge is before 6 p.m. tonight, you have to knock out one of those things that's just driving you nuts. One area of your house, maybe it's your car, maybe it's your closet, maybe it's a corner of your room. It can be anything. You need to take a before picture of you before you do it, and then you're after getting it completed. So it's 3 o'clock right now, so you have 3 hours, which a lot of times those projects only take about a half hour, sometimes longer, but send me some sort of before and after picture of a project that you completed today, if you haven't already done so, because at 6 o'clock, I'm going to put all of those into a drawing to win a spot in my Money Makeover Mindset course. And so if you guys don't know what that is, it's a 6-week program. We're really breaking apart all of your thought patterns and your habits and your associations with money. And we really dig deep to find what your money blocks are. You literally can be standing in your own way of earning more, and I found that through the process of working with my clients, it was very easy for them to dream and know what they wanted in the end and create a vision board and all of these things, but they didn't know the how. They didn't know how they were going to get out of their own way and make the baby steps towards achieving all of those things that they truly desire. And so that's what I designed this course for, is to help you figure out what are those desires, what are the feelings associated with it, what are your negative thought patterns and habits towards money, which could be earning it, it could be spending it, it could be saving it, it could be a lot of different things. We're going to dig through that together. We're going to do a live call each week, and I haven't set the times on that because I'm going to let everyone enroll. The doors close tonight at midnight, and then I'm going to poll. I want as many people to be on those live calls so they can ask questions with me, and it can be a live interactive coaching platform. And so once we have the schedule set, I'll email it to you. All the calls will be recorded. I'm just going over some of the questions that a lot of you guys have emailed me over the last week about the program. So yes, they will all be recorded. You don't have to be on live to be able to access them. The course is 6 weeks. I absolutely guarantee that it's going to help you. And so a person asked me, I'm scared to spend the money, and I'm like, it is hard to invest in yourself, but it holds you accountable in a big way, and it says to the universe that you're going to make 2016 your best year yet, and you're going to figure out the hows of how you're going to do it and what you're going to need to overcome and how we can rewire and reprogram your thinking, to massively achieve. So if you enter the challenge and you have already registered for Money Mindset Makeover, I will refund it. So if you're ready to get started and you want to check out on that, you can go to nataliesorensen.com/money and you can enroll into the makeover. If you happen to be selected as one of the winners, then I will refund your entry to that. And if there was a question that maybe I didn't answer or you have, then anyone can ask me something in the chat, or you can ask me through Facebook message or email or something like that. I really, really look forward to the program. A bunch of people have already registered, and I'm really excited about the difference it's going to make in their lives. I know it'll be a really, really powerful 6-week course, and hope you guys learned a lot from the webinar today. If you want me to do another free webinar on any more topics or specific things or anything that you would love to know, I'm inspired by you. I deliver information to you for you to, move in the direction that you want to go. Hair did come up yesterday too. They want some tutorials on curling hair, products that I use, how I do certain looks, different things like that. So I think that'll be really fun. I look forward to doing that with you guys. I can't exactly figure out how I'm going to fix my own hair live on a webinar or how I'll set that up, but I'm looking forward to the challenge. So that's going to be fun, you guys. Love all of you guys' comments. Oh, extensions. I'll definitely talk about extensions. That's probably my favorite thing when it comes to hair, is wearing not your own hair and looking fabulous. So love it. Love that everyone got information out of today, and I cannot wait for you guys to organize your house, your life for success, and I hope that you make a big shift towards that. And know that I came to you today with all this information not because I'm the master at it, but I'm the struggling student, and I'm becoming better and better every day and every year. And I really do think that you can rework whatever your predetermined thing is. I'm a messy person, or I'm unorganized, or I hate organizing. You can rewire your life and your thinking by the way that you talk to yourself and the decisions that you make every day. So I encourage you to be on that journey with me. And you can post your challenge photos on my Facebook, on my wall. It's inspired a lot of people to see other people's photos. I know some people posted theirs yesterday and somebody else saw it and they were like, oh, I want to do that too. I want to work on my, kitchen, or I want to do this or whatever. So I encourage you to do that. A couple of people sent me pictures of organizing drawers that they'd had, your junk drawer, that every time you open it, you can't find anything and there's stuff falling out. That was one of the things that I loved seeing yesterday. And yes, I'm so glad that you got the courage to invest into yourself. I think that it's one of the best things that you can do is, to put it out there that you're going to grow and you're going to commit to a program and a system. I'm really looking forward to working with all of you amazing women in the Money Mindset Makeover. So one last question that somebody emailed me today, and I think that they're probably on this webinar. They asked if I was going to be ever doing this course again, and I actually don't know the answer to that. I don't know if I will be or not. I'm just, I'm really inspired to do these programs based on the clients that I'm working with and the needs of the people that, I'm led to work with. And so I know that this is needed right now for so many individuals because I've worked with them for a year, 2 years, and I know that everything that I created in this program is going to be what they need to help get to the next level in their life and in their business, because I know that it's their mindset and their feeling of value and their, just feeling that they're worth it, to really live the life that they want. and they have to work through some of those things. So I created the program for that. I don't know if I will ever be releasing a similar program to this. So if you're interested and you want to jump in, the course closes tonight at midnight, and we launch in the morning with our very first module, which is getting true on your life desires. Any questions, or if you're ready to get started, go to nataliesorensen.com/money. And I will jump off. I have the recording of this. I'll be sending it to you shortly once it gets downloaded if you want to re-listen to it, or even if you want to share it with anyone. So thanks, everyone. Have an awesome day, and I will look forward to seeing all the success that you guys will have this year.